Hello YouTubers, this is CD Mangaka, and today for Black Ops Thesis statement, I'm going to be doing something a little differently. Usually I take a gameplay and I work hard and just give you some different camera angles and some stuff and analyze how stuff occurs and why it occurs. But today I'm going to focus on something, I'm going to focus on classes actually. And to kind of elaborate what I mean here, I'm not going to give you a video about these are some good classes, try them out. I'm going to essentially kind of give a crash course guide into how to look at a class and analyze the weaknesses of the class in order to compensate for the weaknesses and also just to properly outfit it, I'll say, for whatever game type that you're playing and also for your playing style. And that's the three things that I believe that you should keep a player should keep in mind when he's creating a class. What weaknesses do you have based on the perks or guns and try to compensate for that? What game type you're going to be playing, and also what playing style you're going to have. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and just look at this first class that I have. This isn't an official class of mine, this is just one I was experimenting with. We're going to go through, and let's say I'm in a mood to kind of like mess around a bit, but I want to mess around seriously, if that makes sense. I'm doing like the extras thing of trying to get a good gameplay with a bad gun. I'll say Mac 11. Alright, now not to bash on anyone who likes the Mac 11, but generally the Mac 11 isn't like quite as, I'll say, shoot, what's the efficient, or just, oh man, the word is escaping my tongue. Reliable. We'll go with reliable. It's not as reliable as, say, like the MP5K. Alright, I mean, this gun will fail you a lot more than the MP5K would, alright? So I want to run around with the Mac 11, okay? Let's say, alright, and now I'm looking at the gun, I'm thinking, okay, well, this gun has a small amount of ammo, alright? This is the weakness of the Mac 11. Burns through ammo quickly, and it has a small clip. So I want to compensate for that right out of the gate by giving myself, let's say, extended mags, okay? By using extended mags, I'm going to help compensate for the Mac 11 small clip size by giving it more ammunition to work with per clip, if my English makes any sense. So I have a 30 bullet clip, so now the Mac 11 is a little more bite to it, and it's going to be easier for me to actually put a guy down because I have an extra 10 bullets to work with. Okay, now let's see, my secondary, I don't really care about my secondary, I'm just going to use my old standby secondary, blah 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 blah. Now to focus on the Mac 11 still, because it has such a small ammo count, I don't feel like dropping the Mac 11 to pick up another gun. I mean, I want a gameplay that's like all Mac 11, you know, so to compensate for the small ammo count, I'm actually going to run Scavenger, okay? Now, I'm going to go back here and just break down what I did. Alright, I picked a gun, I picked the Mac 11. And I analyzed two problems with it, two weaknesses, two major flaws in my eyes about it. First flaw, small clip size. Clip size being how many bullets that you can have loaded in the gun at a time, just to clarify. I'm pretty sure we all get that though, but you'd be surprised. In fact, the reason why I'm making this video is because I think that some people would like to know how to do this stuff, especially since I played against a guy who was running around with a Dragunov infrared scope, and he wasn't messing around. I'm just going to put it that way. Now with the Mac 11, the two weaknesses I identified was the small clip size and also just low ammo count. I mean, I'm going to run out of ammo fast on this guy. I'm probably going to kill 3 people with the entirety of the ammo this gun gives me right out of the gate. So I've compensated for both those weaknesses by picking an attachment for one and a perk for the other. Alright? If I could, like say, run dual mag on the Mac 11 to compensate for the low ammo count, I could, and then I could run like, I don't know, hardline instead, to make it easier for me to get my kill streaks, or, you know, whatever other first tier perk that is freed up because I don't have to use Scavenger anymore. But we don't have dual mag to work with, so I'm going to use Scavenger to compensate for the low total ammo count, and then extended mag to compensate for the low clip size, alright? Now, looking at equipment real fast, I'm going to play TDM. Let's say I'm playing TDM, alright? I'd run Semtex with Concussion, and then also probably, maybe Jammer, you know? But then again, you know, I'm not going to be really, like, defensive, I'll say, when it comes to Jammer. I mean, I want to run around. I want to, like, rush with this class. So, I'm not going to run Jammer. I'm going to run something that I can always carry on me. Not really Claymore. I'm thinking probably C4. I mean, the reasoning behind it, I'm playing TDM. I'm running around TDM. There's going to be some campers somewhere. So, I can look into a building, throw C4 up there, blow it up, maybe get a kill with it. That's the mentality. So, I have Semtex and C4 because I'm playing TDM. Second tier perk. I don't need hardened, not going to shoot through much stuff. Scout doesn't help at all. Steady aim or sleight of hand. And comes down to a personal choice. If you're going to be sprinting a lot and you want just a good hip fire on the Mac 11, go for steady aim. But if you're going to be thinking that you're going to be running from engagement to engagement and stuff's going to get real really quickly, then you might want to run sleight of hand because you have such a small clip size. The Mac 11 burns through ammo so fast that I just want to have a fast reload. That way I can pick up a guy, get ready nearly instantaneously to deal with the next guy coming at me. So there you go. I have used sleight of hand. Not because again, just analyzed another weakness about the gun and to roll with it. The Mac 11 probably has some decent hip fire. It's an SMG, but it burns through ammo quickly, and so I want to be ready for each engagement, so sleight of hand. I analyzed another weakness, and I compensated by using a perk. And, vice versa, compensated for the weakness of a perk by using a specific gun. Now, third tier perk, let's say, I don't want to run around with Marathon because I don't have my steady aim on. And with the Mac 11, I just don't want to be caught mid-sprint. I don't want to run into a Claymore, so I want to take a bit slow. Maybe attack Mass Pro, but then again, I'm not going to really get stunned and concussioned a lot because guys aren't going to really know where I'm coming from. So Ninja Pro, maybe. If I had a headset and I know I could sound hard, I'd run Ninja Pro. But let's say I don't have a headset. So I would definitely run Hacker. That way I can pick up on enemy Claymores. In fact, even if I did have a headset, because let's say I have a headset, but I don't sound hard too well. Maybe I'm playing with a few friends as I'm doing this TDM. I can't hear too well, but I want to know where enemies are. Might as well run Hacker so I can see the Claymores and mess people up. There you go. So there we go. If I was playing alone, I could sound hard, Ninja Pro. But I'm playing with a few guys, they're going to be talking, going to be tough to sound hard, I'm going to run Hacker Pro instead. Well, Hacker for me right now, but let's say you have Hacker Pro. So there we go. For TDM, this is the class that I have established for a TDM setting. Okay. Now let's say rather than doing TDM and running around, I'm going to play like Domination with the guys. Okay, running with a group of people, and with Domination, I want to make sure people stay off the objective, and I can throw a frag farther than a Semtex. So I'm going to run frag instead of Semtex in Domination. And as far as C4 goes, I might keep that thrown on my base flag, and then that way just boom, get a quick easy kill at a flag. Or let's say I'm going to hover around in the middle of the map, have a motion sensor down. This is where you have freedom, okay? It's just what purpose do you want it for? C4, cover your own flag at your base, great. Kind of make sure that people don't motion sensor, make sure people don't approach you from an angle that you're not ready for. You're going to hold down middle of the map somewhere. You want to cut people off. There you go. Jammer, make sure that people can't detect where you are. Make it easier for yourself to build kill streak. Claymore, cover your back. Free pick here, free pick here. I'll keep on C4, but this is really your pick. And then let's say that because I have the Mac 11, I don't really need like a pistol secondary. So maybe I want the ballistic knife or the crossbow to mess around with, or say I want to keep the enemy off me. I think I'll run Sturella 3 to shoot down spy planes for my teammates. There you go. So, and then also because it's some Domination, I'm probably not going to run Ninja Pro because I'm running with the guys, as I said. Hacker, I don't think I'm running into a lot of Claymores and equipment stuff because I'm going to be in control of the engagement for the most part. Then, Marathon Pro, get to an area faster, or Attack Mass Pro, make sure I can't get stunned. You know what, it's Domination, I'm going to run Attack Mass Pro. So I want you to kind of just think about the last couple minutes I had. I've created two different classes, essentially. I've adjusted only a few things on these classes, but I've changed the general role and the playing style of the classes entirely. The first class was all about TDM. It was all about staying alive, kind of avoiding the campers and whatnot, getting quick kills, and just plowing on through. The second class is more or less for holding down an area of the map. It's for being a team player. It's for Domination, alright? And I analyzed all these different things. I analyzed what game type I'm going to be playing. I analyzed how many people I'm going to be playing with, my playing style overall, and I changed my classes based on that. There's a couple things that stayed the same because those things are meant to compensate for a weakness. I didn't change Scavenger and Sleight of Hand because of the extended mag attachment based on the gameplay. I mean, those are all to compensate for the Mac 11's weaknesses. So those are going to stay the same. But where I have leeway, like with equipment, with the lethal grenade, with my third tier perk, I changed those kill streaks. I changed those parts of the class to better fit the game type and the playing style I'm going to be using. Okay, that's just a basic idea of how you create a class. Okay, I'm going to give you one quick example here too. All right, let's say I'm going to run with the FA. No, I want something different. I want something like really different. Let's say I'm going to run with like the M16, okay? M16. And let's say that I want to, let's say I'm playing TDM, alright? Let's say I'm playing TDM. And so I'm not going to be alive. What else do I want on it? Okay, let's say with TDM, that, let's look at first 3 perks. Do I want lightweight? Well, with the M16, I don't want to really run around, so I'm okay with that lightweight. I might want scavenger, but then again, the M16 has such a great efficiency with the ammo because it's a burst fire weapon. I don't think I'll really need a scavenger. Maybe ghost, not flag jacket though, because I'm not going to be sitting on an objective playing. I don't have to worry about getting grenaded basically, so I don't want flag jacket, so I'm stuck between hardline and let's say ghost. So hardline, ghost. Now, I think I'm going to run with hardline because I have some high kill streaks on. I'm playing with 2 other friends. I want to get my kill streaks before they do, alright? So attachments for the M16, I'm actually going to run the ACOG sight. ACOG, by the way, really good with the M16. I am not kidding. And let's say that, okay, I'm going to play defensively, so I don't really necessarily need a sleight of hand for faster reload. Let's say I don't really feel like I need that class. Excuse me, I'm getting phone called by a good friend of mine. I will have to put him on hold just for now. So, but, you know, I don't want to get caught in a close quarter situation where I'm going to have to hip fire some guy. But then again, I'm going to be I'm going to be chilling with like a motion sensor somewhere. I'm going to be sitting up in a building with a motion sensor covering my back. Also Semtex. And I'm also going to have a good secondary. I'm going to have like a Python with the speed reloader on it. So, based on this class episode, I don't need sleight of hand, so I'm going to go with Warlord actually. And I'm going to attach not extended mag, you know, maybe suppressor. I don't feel like showing up radar, so I'm going to attach a suppressor onto this class. Again, great ammo count, ACOG sight, so I don't feel like I really need to run dual mag. And because I'm going to be defensive in TDM, I want a sound horse, so Ninja Pro. There you go, another example. Took the M16, analyzed a few weaknesses about it, alright? Iron sight's not really accessible. It's great with an ACOG sight, so there we go, boom. Also it's a burst fire weapon, so I don't want enemies to pick up on where I'm at that quickly because I don't just want to draw attention to myself because I have a weapon that isn't suited for close range combat, so suppressor, alright? Because I don't need extra ammunition, I'm going to forego scavenger and dual mag, run hardline instead to get my kill streaks faster, and because I don't need to reload quickly that often, I'm going to run Warlord instead of sleight of hand. Also, because I'm playing TDM, I want a sound whore. I got motion sensor down too. But if you can look here, and if you grasp anything I just said in the past like 2 minutes, I basically just went over an entire class again, and I just made a class that's perfectly suited for playing TDM defensively. Alright? If you kind of got the general grasp on how to make this, then, you know, try and apply it to other guns and just like make it like a checklist. What weaknesses does this gun have? What strengths does this gun have? What am I going to try to compensate for? What game type am I going to be playing? If you can keep those things in mind, you can make some really good class setups, okay? Like, I'm going to give you one of my own personal classes. Let's say, all right, here we go. This class right here, this is for my domination. This is for playing the objective. Sitting on the objective, I want a gun that I know how to use. It's great for close quarter combat. It allows me to shoot across the map, so this is for bigger maps, perhaps. So I'm running with the AUG. I like having extra ammunition on it because sometimes I slay with this class, so I'm going to go with dual mag. Sleight of hand for faster reload because I'm going to be right in the middle of the objective, in the middle of all the fire, so I'm going to want that. Tag Max Pro so I don't get stunned, so again, I can just be a tank on the objective. And let's say tag insert instead of motion sensor because I want to spawn near the objective and control my spawn point. There you go. Everything about this class is geared for playing the objective. And I analyze all this stuff. I mean, you could probably look through here and try to guess why I created this class. You know, I'm playing Domination, and I might run high kill streaks. So, pretty much with that information, you could justify every single part of this class. I don't know why I went with the Sylvester slur. But you can basically analyze every single weakness about this class and understand why I made the class the way I did. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you players out there who kind of like struggle with the idea of like what makes a good class, that maybe because of this, now you know how to make one, alright? Anyways, Cinemangaka, I apologize for this not being like a more entertaining video with some gameplay to it, but regardless, I hope that it helped you out. So later guys.